Have you ever heard a story that's so good it feels like it's straight out of a movie? Well, this is one of those. It's an incredible story about betrayal, sure, but also about resilience and the sweet, sweet vindication that comes from just undeniable success.
So, what's this story really about? Well, at its core, it's a classic showdown, right? You've got this brilliant mind, just brimming with potential, up against an arrogant boss who's standing right in his way. The stage is set, and trust me, this is a conflict that's going to change both of their lives forever.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We're inside the offices of a company called Brightcore Solutions. And look, on the surface, everything seems normal, just another day at the office. But underneath all that, a storm is brewing. The tension is building, and it's all focused on one incredibly dedicated programmer. So, let's meet our two main players here. First up, we have Ryan Parker. He's the talented programmer, the guy who's always working late, totally driven by a real passion to help the company succeed. And then there's his manager, David Cole. Arrogant, dismissive, just completely oblivious to the powerhouse of talent he has on his team. And this is the turning point. This is where it all goes wrong. See, an idea that should have been this huge win, a real moment of innovation. Instead, it gets turned into a weapon. A weapon for a cold, calculated, and just devastating betrayal. Picture this. It's a super high-stakes project meeting. Ryan steps up and does what he does best. He innovates. He lays out this absolutely groundbreaking software idea. We're talking something that could make the company millions. It is a total game changer, and you can just feel it. Everyone in that room knows it. So, how does the betrayal actually go down? Well, it happens in 3 just ice-cold, calculated steps. Step 1, Ryan shares his amazing idea. Step 2, David, in secret, goes and presents that exact same idea to the CEO, pretending it's his. And the final, absolutely brutal step, David fires Ryan. The excuse? Phony performance issues. He had to get rid of the one person who knew the truth. And just like that, it was all gone. Ryan was left with absolutely nothing. In one single, deceitful move, he lost everything. The credit for his idea, his job, his livelihood. Can you imagine? He was completely blindsided. Pushed out of the company he poured his heart and soul into. But listen, this is not where the story ends. Not by a long shot. This isn't a story about defeat. Oh no, this is a story about a comeback. Instead of just giving up, Ryan takes all that anger, all that frustration, and he channels it into pure determination. He makes a decision right then and there. His idea is not going to die, and there is no way he's going to let David win. And just look at how quickly things start to happen. The very day he's fired, he's at home and he starts coding. Fast forward 6 months, he launches his own startup. And guess what? The software is an instant hit. A year in, investors are practically banging down his door. And by the 2-year mark, Ryan Parker isn't just some fired employee, he's a huge name in the tech world. All right, so let's jump forward 2 years. Ryan is a massive success story, but what's happening back at Brightcore Solutions? Well, they're struggling. They're falling behind the competition. They desperately need some kind of edge, a powerful new piece of software. So what do? They schedule a meeting with the hottest new startup on the block. So just imagine the scene, right? David Cole and the CEO sitting there in their big, fancy conference room. They're waiting to meet the founder of this incredible new company, and they have absolutely no idea who is about to walk through that door. And then the conference room door opens. In walks Ryan Parker, but he's not the fired employee anymore. No, he's a confident founder looking sharp in a tailored suit. You could have heard a pin drop. You can just picture David's face, frozen in pure shock. In that single moment, the entire power dynamic just completely flips on its head. So Ryan gives his pitch, and the CEO is just blown away, saying it's the best software on the market. And Ryan, with this perfectly calm little smile, delivers the knockout punch. He says something like, "Yes, it's based on an idea I once shared here." He's not yelling, he's not angry, he's just stating a fact. Boom. And silence. Just absolute silence. I mean, what can you even say to that? The truth is just hanging there in the air. David can't deny it. And you know the CEO is finally piecing it all together, what really happened 2 years ago. That silence must have been absolutely deafening. And that brings us to the final act. See, Ryan didn't need to scream or make a big scene. His success, right there in front of them, did all the talking. The tables haven't just turned, they've been completely and utterly flipped. And here's the best part, the real kicker. Brightcore desperately needed his software to survive, and the only way to get it? They had to sign a massive, very expensive contract with the very guy they had fired and humiliated. The employee they threw away was now the indispensable partner they couldn't live without. And that really is the heart of this story, isn't it? It proves that the best kind of revenge isn't about getting even, it's about getting ahead. Ryan just focused on building his own thing, on his own success, and that created a victory that was so much sweeter than any shouting match could ever be. So that leaves us with a really interesting question, and I want you to think about this. If you were Ryan, what would you have done? Would you have made the deal, taken their money, and made the victory both professional and financial? Or would you have walked away, refusing to ever do business with the people who stabbed you in the back? It's a really tough call, and there's probably no single right answer.